Hey, what's up guys? This is my new car. This is a 2018 Audi Q5. This is what I'm going to be using now for all of my radar detector, laser jammer, and dash cam testing. This car is obviously much bigger than my Miata, which is awesome. Plus the grille is fantastic. It makes it so much easier to install a bunch of different countermeasures to test and compare. Now the timing of getting the Audi is actually pretty fortunate because as you can see, we just recently got a little bit of weather here, which is actually pretty rare for Seattle. The Miata, it's a lot of fun to drive, but in the snow, it's kind of easy to get stuck. Whereas with the Audi, it gives me a lot more confidence than the Miata did. Now, in just everyday driving, the Miata, of course, it's a ton of fun to drive. I loved it. It's such a wonderful experience behind the wheel. And I also find that this one is also a lot of fun to drive, but for different reasons. It's so smooth, it's so comfortable, and the cabin, it's just a wonderful place to spend time. So I'm really looking forward to spending some time driving this new vehicle. The grille is one of my favorite parts because as you can see, we've got slats everywhere and it's just about ideal for installing a variety of different radar detectors and laser jammers here all throughout the front of the vehicle. Now I'm planning on having almost everything professionally installed, and I've already got ideas as far as what I want to get installed and where. Now a lot of the essentials I've already installed in the car. I've got my Uniden R3 Max 360C attached to a blend mount, as well as the Blackview DR900S. Now it turns out I'm finding a lot of the stuff to install here in the car is a lot harder than it was in the Miata. Like for example, the tolerances are a lot tighter. Everything is a lot more sealed and in place, I guess just for acoustics or whatever reason. So it's gonna be a lot tougher to actually run cables. But I was able to hardwire a pair of mirror taps, one for the R3, a second one over here for the Max 360C. And I've also put the Max 360C on a blend mount, which has been super helpful just because I keep having suction cup failures here. And so this has been really nice to keep it nice and solid. The R3 I've got mounted high like this, and I've also set it up this time so that I can pull down the visor, and now it's able to go up and down without actually hitting the radar detector, which is really nice. Now the front dash cam I went ahead and mounted here to the window like this. Now for the rear camera, I've got my Blackview DR750S right there. I've got it pointed out the back window like this so that I've now got a rear camera. And the reason that I didn't just go for the standard 2-channel dash cam is I actually want to do 4 channels total. So for one of the cameras, it's going to be pointed out this side window here. And then the other camera, it's actually going to be pointed out this rear window. So I'm ultimately going to have 4 channels. Now, since hardwiring is a little bit tough and I still need to get everything done, for the time being, I'm using the cigarette lighter right there to power 2 dash cam batteries for the front camera. And then I've got another battery right over here plugged into the rear cigarette lighter, and that's going to power the rear dash cam. Eventually, of course, I'll get everything hardwired and out of the way. And then finally, just taking a look at the view here from the driver's seat, it's a pretty nice place to spend some time. I like the cabin, but I don't want to go too crazy with countermeasures this time around. I am going to have some stuff installed, but I do want to ideally keep this area a little bit cleaner than I had before. But nevertheless, yeah, we've got a bunch of work to do in here. I've already been experimenting with things like how much room we got in the glove box. It's a little bit smaller than I was anticipating. I'm figuring out how to actually get to all the different areas as far as pass-throughs. Under here, it turns out in this area, yeah, it's really limited, so I'm going to have to drill another hole to get through the firewall. I'm finding areas as far as the fuse panels I've got in there. One weird thing I'm finding in the car is all of the fuses are always on, even with the engine off, so I'm going to have to figure out how to get some ignition triggered stuff to basically trigger this kind of stuff. You know, dash cams maybe going on and off with the car instead of staying on all the time, or same thing with the radar detectors. Luckily here with the mirror taps, if I turn the car off, as you can see, everything shuts off. So I do have that ignition triggered, but I need to get more stuff for the rest of the vehicle too. So yeah, there's a quick look at my new car. Well, new CPO, but new to me. Anyway, I'm looking forward to driving it, getting more familiar with it, getting stuff installed. I've already got an appointment scheduled for later this month to get everything professionally installed, which is great because I'm not super good at like the actual installation stuff. And I think this car is going to be a little bit trickier than my last one to work on. So once I actually get the install stuff done, and actually along the way, I want to shoot a video of the whole process itself to show you guys what a nice install looks like by somebody who is really good at that. So anyway, more videos to come here from my new radar detector / dashcam laser jammer test car. So this should be fun. And again, now that I've got this and the grill is good, I'm going to be putting a bunch of laser jammers, radar detectors in there. And then as the weather clears up and whatnot, I'd like to do more comparison testing and get a feel for how all the different top systems compare. So yeah, that should be fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.